Hi folks, my name is Orlando Olmo. I live in South Central Florida. Been a motorcyclist since I was a teen. Got my first bike in '83. A few years later, I picked up some gear that essentially I'm going to do a ultra long-term review on. That being the Aerostich Roadcrafter two-piece, and what I picked up a few years after that, a Aerostich Darien jacket. And I hope this can express my gratitude to those people for the product that they made, and the amazing amount of use that I've gotten out of those two products. And what follows is, if folks have the patience to listen to the whole way through, will be my story of it. Hi folks, this is going to be really different. I'm going to call this an ultra long duration use review of some gear that I picked up over 30 years ago. They've outlasted gloves, helmets, relationships, huge dry spells where I wasn't riding. This is really what I'm calling legacy equipment for motorcyclists. I'm going to repeat that part again. This is what I'm calling legacy equipment for cycling and motorcycling enthusiasts. When I first started motorcycling, I was, let's go back to the beginning. Over 30 years ago, I progressed living in New York from bicycle to moped to motorcycle, and didn't have a car for the longest time. And so I used my motorcycle for everything. All my two-wheel transportation, I used it for everything. Getting around all over New York and the surrounding areas, especially once I got on a motorcycle. I picked up, the riding gear that was promoted by the local dealerships. Every bit of it had huge flaws, especially when it came to inclement weather, and just being able to use it year round. A lot of it was, basically one season. Couldn't wear it all year round because it just wasn't flexible to ride all year round on a motorcycle, especially up north. And then one day I was going through the magazines like everybody else does, and there was this little tiny ad, black and white, for a suit. I didn't really pay much attention initially. It was way in the back of the magazine. Now, fast forward a year or two later, I catch a review in one of the magazines. Wasn't a very long review. And I said, well, let me give it a shot. The rest of this stuff that I'm buying and using isn't quite, as convenient. And so I looked on their website, and I believe there was like a waiting period. I guess, being that they just started, this was like the early 80s, or something around 1985. But then I happened to peruse another page for some stuff that they were, I guess, clearancing or had reduced, and there was a suit that was my size, and I could get it right away. And this is that suit. All right, it's all opened up because I had just taking it for a ride a couple of days ago. This suit has been my blizzard suit, my rain suit, my summer suit, my commuting suit, my everything suit. I've used it on and off the bike for, blizzards. Nothing else to wear in a blizzard. Put on the suit, go out and help people get stuck out of ditches and unstuck out of ditches and dig people out of being stuck on the road. Horrible weather. The suit has been awesome. Let me, just like everybody else who has one of these suits, because really this may or may not make any sense to people who don't have this suit, but to people who have the suit, we've all been quite expert and have had people look at us in awe when we go to rest stops wearing this suit and just pop it on and off like it's, like it's nothing. No surprise to the people who own this suit or who just got their suit or have watched videos of this suit. It goes on super fast. I really appreciated that when I was living in New York and commuting every day. I would show up on my little shoot down Fifth Avenue, go all the way down to 23rd Street. There was a huge motorcycle parking lot there. I would shoot in, park my bike, strip off my suit, roll it up, stuff it in a bag, and look like a normal person walking down the street heading towards my job. As you can see, the suit looks great. I've never crashed in it. The one time that I did bounce off the side of a car that cut me off, oops, goes the other way. I wasn't wearing the lower half of the suit. I was wearing the upper half of the suit, and strangely enough, I ended up riding my bike like a sled, sitting on top of it down the street for 100 or so feet. But the display of me stopping somewhere, a rest stop, gas station, a destination, and just peeling off this suit in front of other people who were riding their motorcycles and didn't have this suit was like, wow, that came off fast. And I would break out the whole description and the whole reason why I bought it, etc., etc. And sure enough, hopefully some of those people bought a suit. A few years later, the Racecrafter folks came up with this, and I think I waited a few years, a year or two after they came out with it, because I was so happy with this suit, which is a two-piece, by the way. But I figured, hey, one Racecrafter product, the two must be even better. So I bought this Darien jacket. As you can see, it's not perfect. You can see mostly in the reflective bits, they've kind of started to come undone, unraveled. But the only thing that is wrong with both of these two suits after over 30 years is the Velcro is becoming a little bit worn out. you know, it still holds, but it's not perfect. I may have to resort to a little bit of home repair. There's a few little areas where the sealing tape is peeling back, or small bits have come off. The fleece is still warm. That part is great. The only thing, because I haven't been riding in God knows 15 years, and these things have been stored away, is when I did finally take them out, when I came down to Florida and to, you know, rebox them and put them away for a rainy day, is the pads on this suit, on the two-piece, pretty much were beat. They just weren't going to hold together. They were getting a little bit crumbly. But I didn't mind because, you know, I have experience. I wasn't terribly worried about it, and I wasn't riding. So, but now, as you see, I have some kind folks gave me a motorcycle for being a nice person, and I'm back on the bike. And guess the very first thing that I did when I was given this bike was to open the box and see how these guys were doing. And I'm here to tell you that after 30 years and a whole lot of time in storage, both these bits of kit are excellent. I got caught in a rainstorm on a test ride on this thing, and it didn't matter. You know, it was the same experience I had years ago when I was riding around in any kind of weather in New York City, Virginia, New Jersey, upstate New York. These things were not budget priced when I bought them. They are now not budget priced these days. But if you are going to ride for the rest of your life, if you know you're going to be in some pretty nasty weather, if you want protection, if you want real convenience, I cannot tell you to not look at this equipment. It is awesome, it's excellent. It works year round, and you're going to have it for a really long time. Take care of it. If you're never in an accident where it gets damaged, you're going to have it for a really long time. And if it does get damaged, I guarantee you will do what it takes to get a replacement, because it works. It does what they claim it's supposed to be doing. And I'm here to tell you that this ultra long duration review, I have no regrets. I have not bought any other piece of motorcycle riding gear after I bought these things. So I've replaced, just, you know, besides the Velcro, I've had a snap that came undone. I had pull tabs that have broken off or worn off from years of pulling on them. But the kit that they sell on their website to make those kinds of repairs, bought the biggest one they had, and repaired all the little missing zipper pulls and replaced the missing snap. And that's how they've stayed alive all this time. But they still protect. They still keep me, you know, from getting cold, getting wet. And I have confidence knowing that even in Florida, where it's, you know, brutally hot a lot of times, the suit still performs. I don't have any reason not to use anything else. I'm probably going to look at something in the area of a mesh kind of a jacket, But the way these things vent, you know, when you're at speed and when you're moving, I'm not doing it, obviously, because the suit is not able to handle it, handle the warm weather. Like I said, I wore this thing year round in New York City and up, you know, up north, summer, winter, fall, and I couldn't find any reason not to wear it. You know, all the other stuff that I ever bought, I don't know what happened to it. I might have given it away, might have thrown it away, but this stuff, this Racecrafter suit, I mean Aero Roadcraft suit, I'll probably be buried in this suit. That's my prediction, is I will be buried in my two-piece suit, with my helmet sitting on the side of the coffin. If this bike is still around at that point, it'll probably be buried with me. But to the folks in the factory who made this in the 1985 maybe, I thank you for your excellent work, your excellent dedication, and I can't see a reason or a time when this suit is not really highly thought of by the people who take the time to look beyond the price and just really honestly look at the suit for what it does, what it's capable of, and how long this thing's last. I thank you. Thank you for all you've done, and I'm so very glad, and it's not a surprise to me that you are still around, making these suits and helping people really enjoy riding, and in some cases saving their butts when things don't go right. If anybody wants to examine this suit, and I don't know if you can verify how old it is, because it doesn't have a date in it. I don't see anything. I've never noticed anything that, you know, is like a date of birth on this thing. But if anybody ever wants, you know, to debunk this video, you're more than welcome to contact me, and I will hook up with you, and you can check out the suit and you know, try to say that anything I've, you know, described on this video is not true. And the same thing for this Darien. There's still the original liner. The only thing that's unusual about this is that it doesn't have a measurement. It's not small. I mean, it's not, you know, 36, 38, 48, whatever. It's a small. I guess back then it was just small, medium, and large, and huge. So I don't know if that points to the vintage of the suit or the jacket, but this jacket also was worn and has outlived many an outdoor jacket, which it has done double duty as riding and everyday wear. Again, thank you to the folks at Aero and their awesome work, and I'm going to continue to wear this suit, this Roadcrafter suit, and I will continue to demo it to anybody who says, wow, you know, where'd you get that suit? I have no problems telling them where I got it and how long I've had it and the whole story. So enjoy riding. I mean, it's kind of hard not to enjoy riding, but it's more so when you got the right gear and you feel confident that you're protected and safe. And thank you. Again, I've never done this before. I have no idea, you know, why I'm doing it. Just, you know, just feel it's something that somebody needs to say. about this product. Have a great one. Bye.